Live. Welcome to Be the Voice. The focus of our show is to share best practices from thought leaders in the B Corp community. Every week, we'll focus on topics that fall into three categories: people, how to unify people behind your organization's mission and vision; processes, everything to do with optimizing the processes connected to certification or recertification; and finally, challenges, how to handle the major challenges that are coming our way. Every week, we will start with a short micro training, followed by lots of time for audience engagement. And today, I am thrilled to welcome Brad Handel to the stage. And Brad is a marketing manager at Everyman Jack. It's a B Corp based right here in the Bay Area. Brad's also a member of our B Local Bay Area board, and he guides our team with his vision for community engagement. One of the superpowers that Brad has is creating meaningful relationships. And today, you can count on him to share with you the power of partnerships. So, Brad, let me give you a kickoff question. Why are you so excited about the power of partnerships?
Oh, thank you, Anthony. It's great to be here. Yeah, the power of partnerships, it's just a great way. It's kind of a win-win situation. You're able to, for your organization, so for me with Everyman Jack, like I'm able to enhance our marketing and our awareness campaigns by aligning our values with a nonprofit that hopefully our customer resonates with. But then on the other side, I'm also able to use the marketing power and awareness and reach that a brand like Everyman Jack has to share that nonprofit's message with our audience. So really win-win. Okay, hey everybody. Thanks for joining me today on this rainy Wednesday here in the Bay Area. We're going to talk about going beyond donations and creating strategic nonprofit partnerships. So to get started, hey, who am I? Why am I doing this? First, I'm a father of two, love being in the outdoors, and I'm also passionate about photography. And in my professional world, I lead the impact marketing at Everyman Jack, and we like to combine the outdoor and personal care sectors. And my mission, kind of at a high level, is to combine impact, adventure, and brand storytelling to create awareness and positive change. So by the end of this short presentation, so we're going to talk about how to build deeper nonprofit partnerships. So moving beyond just a financial donation to amplify their cause messaging, create strategic and long-term relationships, and also use these to drive employee engagement. So leverage these partnerships that we're building to create meaningful volunteer opportunities and enhance your company culture. So I've been at a lot of events and different things for Everyman Jack, and I've been asked, "Are you Jack?" More times than I can count. No, I'm not Jack. But a quick backstory to kind of set the scene for what I'm going to talk through about my work here is Everyman Jack started, I think it's 18 years ago now in Marin County, which is really cool. And it's one of the original men's clean care brands focused on using naturally derived ingredients and making sustainably minded choices. Our mission is to inspire men to take care of themselves and connect to the world around them. And that mission has helped me frame how I approach our nonprofit partnerships, who I work with, and then how we amplify their messaging. And in 2022, we were certified as B Corp with an 81.2. Very proud of that, and actually just starting to go through recertification for the first time. So if anyone else out there is doing that, let's connect after this. I have some questions. And an intro slide. This is our office in beautiful Middle Valley, California, with Mount Tam in the background, just to help set the scene of this is where we are. We are a naturally derived and outdoor inspired brand, and that comes through in our products, in our partnerships, our marketing, and everything we do. So diving into the first section, from transactional relationships to transformational. So let's go deep with your nonprofit partnerships. So here's the question. What if your partners didn't just benefit from your monetary donation, but also from your company's marketing power, employee base, and customer engagement? So now I'm going to go through some examples of how I've moved beyond just monetary support with some of the nonprofit partners of Everyman Jack. So we have the National Forest Foundation, we've been working with for 4 to 5 years now. Wounded Warrior Project is new as of last year. And One Tam, which is in our backyard, we started working with him last year and going to our second year with him this year. So to really go deeper, I'm still on that slide. Go. Really, it's like Anthony mentioned at the beginning of this, you really need to invest in the relationships with the nonprofit partners, set up regular meetings with them, get to know them as people, and ask them what their needs are, not just financial, but also operational, what marketing moments they have. What are they doing that they want to get across to your consumers beyond just saying, we donated X amount of money to them? Oftentimes you'll find that they have their own marketing campaigns or donation moments that they need a little help amplifying. And as a brand marketer, we have a lot of channels at our disposal: social, email, influencer, ambassador, paid ads, our website. And whatever your company does and whatever your company makes, I'll use ours, the body wash, deodorant, your customers hear about it a lot. I think you do a lot of brand building and building equity in the relationships with your customers and talking about something deeper and showing that your company is mission-based and giving them examples of what you're doing to help these nonprofit partners. So if you go to the next slide, thank you, Anthony. An example is with the National Forest Foundation. For the past 3 years, we've joined their National Forest Week campaign, which is their largest marketing and donation campaign throughout the year. It's in July, and they do a great job of building assets for us, and then we take it and run with it. So we align our messaging that week across all our integrated channels, so social, email, ambassadors, etc., and kind of do a National Forest takeover, which is awesome. And it's really fun because it also aligns with the outdoor-inspired marketing that I mentioned earlier. So we work with our ambassadors. There's a photo of a guy riding a mountain bike, and he loves riding it in the National Forest. So he told an authentic story about why national forests are important to him. And then on the bottom, I'm pointing at my screen, not that you can see that. The bottom right is actually a picture I took in the Sawtooth National Forest. It's beautiful. So I shared a moment on our channel about that. And then also using our email and other channels to promote what they're doing. And this co-marketing approach has generated higher engagement in some of our posts and just a great relationship with the National Forest Foundation. They work with a lot of bigger donors, and this is probably the case for a lot of orgs, but if you're able to give them more attention through your marketing and just promoting their messages, I find that those relationships and then the co-marketing opportunities also from their end just continue to grow and flourish. And then another example is working with Wounded Warrior Project. This is a new partnership for Everyman Jack as of last year. And we were able to build out a retail display, which you're seeing here, that was on shelf at Walmart and several other retailers across the country. So it promoted their messaging, and we donated $1 per product that was sold from that display. It was fantastic and a great moment to align our values, our beard care, with supporting veterans. And through this initiative, we were able to raise and donate $100,000 to them this past year. So very proud of that. And stay tuned, hoping to continue that work this year. And if anyone has any questions, that's the end of the first section. But I'll keep moving and we can connect in a couple minutes.
Yeah, Brad, I'll keep an eye out for questions on LinkedIn Live. Welcome, Jennifer, to the show.
What's up, Jennifer?
No questions so far, just glowing reviews for the product.
Awesome. She is a very happy customer.
Yes.
I can attest.
Yes, because Everyman Jack, it's not just for the guys.
No.
The girlies like me who don't want to smell like
replacement,
a sugar cookie or some random overly perfumed flower. Your stuff, you got some good stuff.
Thank you. And they've been doing good work of creating a range of scents where you can get that deep woodsy scent, but then also something that's lighter. We have a sea salt or a coastal moss that's definitely a brighter scent and not as overpowering.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, but now let's empower our employees with purpose. So company culture is, it's a hot topic. It's something that we all want to build and go deeper into. And how do we get our employees to be satisfied with where they work and not just satisfied, but excited through more than just their job and punching out at the end of the day? So the question here is how can we engage our employees in a meaningful way through nonprofit partnerships that we've already built and turning their volunteer efforts into a core part of company culture? So as a B Corp, Everyman Jack gives 24 hours of paid volunteer time to our employees. And I'm in a very fortunate position to help them utilize that. So we've leveraged our nonprofit partnerships to create a range of volunteer opportunities. And the best way that I found to do that is to work with a local organization. I love the National Forest Foundation, but they're all over the country. And we're based in Mill Valley in Marin County. So that's why I built a partnership with One Tam, who operates around Mount Tamalpais, ensuring its health with the 5 partner organizations that actually manage the mountain. So through that, we've been able to create a range of volunteer activities. This is our operations team at Kirby Cove, which is just under the Golden Gate Bridge, and absolutely my favorite view of San Francisco. Take note, please go visit. It's wonderful. But we were able to create a series of volunteer events there just about on a monthly cadence, where I worked with our department leads to create team offsites there. So we'd go and volunteer for a couple hours, help make that space beautiful, clean it up, and then either, honestly, we picnicked there or we went and had a happy hour in Sausalito. It's a great way to build culture, get the team out of the office, and contribute some volunteer opportunities to a great cause. Other ways are through inviting your partners to lunch and learns. Most of the time, they are very excited to come and talk to your org to spread the word. And another fun way is trivia at happy hours. You can do them based on your nonprofit partners and easily create a series of questions for people to engage with and see how much they know. And with One Tam, we're
sorry.
one slide ahead, Anthony. And so with One Tam, it's definitely been a great partner organization. This photo is from when the team volunteered at Beaufort Marsh, which is right behind the Everyman Jack office, for those of you who have been there. They were able to set up and they said, hey, this is great. We have an opportunity for you to volunteer literally outside of your office. Just walk out the door and we have work for you to do. And so much so that they've reached back out to us this year to do the same thing because it needs more help to keep it in good shape. And through this, I definitely noticed upticks in employee satisfaction and just translated, EMJ into a real mission-driven company culture. Thank you. Another example, and this is one that applies to everybody here, is just lean into your B Corp status. It's such a powerful tool for fostering purpose and community within your company. I found, I'll take responsibility here, that not everyone at my organization fully understands what B Corp status fully means. Is it a sustainability thing? Like, okay, that's cool. So there's opportunity for us to go deeper, and you can do that through, again, not to say it again, but lunch and learns. Trivias are fun, great way to get people to engage away from their desk. And I don't know about your company, but Everyman Jack seems to like to get competitive. So anytime I can do a trivia or anything else competition based, I get a lot more engagement. And I've also hosted now 2 happy hours through the Be Local Bay Area community and just invited the B community to our office. Come hang out. We'll serve you some drinks and food and let's get to know each other. And that actually has been, not toot my own horn, but employees said it was their favorite happy hour of the year, which is great. It's really cool to see that had such a meaningful moment for everybody at MJ. And just to overview, key takeaways. So going forward, work to cultivate deeper strategic partnerships with nonprofits that go beyond just the financial support. Integrate cause marketing into your broader marketing and retail strategies to amplify your nonprofit partners' messages. And create employee engagement opportunities by connecting your nonprofits to causes, to team activities, volunteer events, and educational sessions. This is actually from that same Bothine volunteer event with members from operations and finance right under Mount Tamalpais, making that multi-use path beautiful once again. that's a wrap. Let's talk. It's my email address if anyone wants to reach out afterwards, but we're here if anyone has questions or comments.
Brad, thanks for sharing all of that. Just a couple of questions to round out our LinkedIn Live experience, and then we'll expand the conversation on Zoom. So if you're over on LinkedIn Live, I've dropped into the chat a link to join us here on Zoom so that you can engage with Brad directly. So Brad, with all of the stories, I love that your micro training was stories based. There's a lot of future stories yet to be told because you have a lot of events on the calendar. Tell us about what those are.
Yeah, for Bay Area Be Local, we're ramping up. We got a lot of excitement happening starting next week. We have an event in Oakland on Wednesday at Oaktown with California Businesses for Climate Justice. It's a happy hour from 6 to 8 with a DJ. So it's a great combination of learning about climate justice, how you can take action, but then also connecting and having a great time with people who, probably feel similarly to you do. And then on Saturday, I'm very excited about. The LinkedIn post should be going up later today or tomorrow. We are going to the Oakland Roots home opener soccer game. So they are a mission-based soccer team. I've never been to a soccer game, so I'm excited to go check it out. But I hear that they're going to bring back fireworks. So anyone who grew up in the Bay Area knows the history of fireworks, the Oakland Coliseum, and Too Short will be playing the halftime show. If you don't recognize him, you definitely know the song Blow the Whistle. And if you don't, check it out. It's great.
Thank you, Brad. And I'd love to hear, because you've been putting on events at Everyman Jack. You've attended a lot of the other ones. Do you have a favorite story of an interaction you had meeting someone new in the B Corp community or someone aspiring to be part of the community?
That's a good question. I had conversations about recertification with a couple people, which were just helpful, and it just made me feel, like I'm part of this group that's going through the same thing. And then I also really enjoyed meeting Sylvia from B Lab at the last event at Everyman Jack. So it was great to connect with someone directly at B Lab, and she shared some great ideas for events that I'm hoping to put together later this year. So thank you, Sylvia.